all pre-show stuff. I'm hoping that looks better on Twitch than it does on that camera right now. Double check. And hopefully the music isn't drowning me out. I don't think it should be. I say I have that up. So let's quick check this. I need to actually mute this. Alright, so let's see how this sounds. I'm double checking everything before we get started. So I have a couple minutes before I said I would start. So let's see how this sounds. I'm double checking everything before we get started. So I have a couple minutes before I said I would start. Alright, so I do seem a little on the quiet side. Don't know how many of you guys actually care too much about that, but sitting there listening to my voice all day. Well, haven't started all day thing yet. So let's see, is it sounding better? Let's turn up me a bit more. Say, try that. Alright, so we got that going. Try that. Alright, so we got that going. Alright, now I mute that so I can just see what's going on. And welcome everybody. Doing a special, kind of a special stream today. I originally, so far I've only been streaming on Sundays, where, with me and the guys to do Borderlands. But as of this week, with all the new content in Final Fantasy, I got to try out the new raid, and after the last fight, I realized that I have a lot of friends out there who would enjoy something like this, but for whatever reason, they either don't have a subscription, don't have the levels or item levels to participate in these type of things, so I just kind of wanted to show them off to you guys. So we're doing a special stream today. And so let's get started, and so far we have me sitting here on my throne because I can. Alright, so today on our agenda we're going to be doing the 2 new dungeons, the new Primal, and all of the new Alexander. I've turned on the opening and ending cutscenes, which really don't give any spoilers or anything away. It's just for cinematic flair. Since I've done all of the story elements for all of it, the majority of this is spoiler free. I mean, a lot of people knew these exist, so there's no context in the story as to why I'm doing these, but this is more focused on the gameplay aspect. So to start off with, we're going to start with the 2 new dungeons, and since I haven't done my roulette today, which only does those 2 dungeons, we're going to see which one we get at random, then I'll queue up for the other one afterwards. So, let's get started. Gotta charge up. And for those of you who are unaware, my character is a monk, where I generally like to punch things. So we're going to be doing a lot of that today. Alright, so this is average wait time 17 minutes. The problem with being a DPS is the bad wait times. So this is one of those things I have no control over, but if you know, if I had an instant queue for some reason, you know, I had to start the stream for that. Otherwise, you know, either we're waiting or we're not waiting. So I am going to go around, and I really should have thought of what I was going to do during the wait times, but let us head out. I have an idea. Let's go see other people wandering around. Because whenever we get, just about every time we get a new content for this game, they change one of the towns. And well, this is the town for this expansion, Idleshire. I know a lot of you already know this, who are, you know, currently playing the game, but every once in a while, it's nice to look around, see what's changed. Oh, Open's right there. See, even I haven't explored all the nuances yet. And the reason there's actually a reason I have the music turned up. Normally, I would try to turn that. I would, you know, usually in games not worried about the music so much, where it'd be focused. I'd try to focus more on my voice and the sound effects, so you can get a feel of the game itself. However, in this game, they've done such a good job with the music, the fact that the developers know this, since they added a jukebox collection event. So the music is one of the reasons I'm actually wanting to stream this. Is specifically the last part of our agenda today, which is going to be Alexander. Now, depending on the story, where you are in the story of Alexander, depends. It changes how Alexander looks in the world for you. And currently, this is what he looks like right now, behind that force field back there. So, the first 8-man raid in this expansion, Heaven's Word, was the right arm, and where you can go in right in there, this little spot. You can't see my cursor, but they turned it off. That little spot in the middle of his hand, so you can go in there. But with the new stuff, they opened up the left arm. This is where the new stuff is. In about 6 months, we'll get the final part of that. So, now, let's see. I see somebody pointing out a hunt going on. So, maybe we can do something while we're waiting. Now, normally I try to get into a group of people so I can get more, to make sure I get more credit for this, but I'm going to first show off. Alright, so we're getting started here. Now this is going to be mostly a huge light show with so much going on, it's hard to tell. And I have already died because I cannot tell what direction he was facing. Let's move that out of the way, so that way you guys can at least see something. Again, one of the problems that I wasn't in a group. Every once in a while you'll find these notorious monsters throughout the world. And yeah. At least I got a few hits off on him, I think. See how much credit I get. But one of the issues is, with so much going on, it's hard to know what he's doing. And, let's see. Oh, I think he's reflecting stuff too. Yeah. It's hard to avoid things when you can't see what's going on. So, yeah, I'm seeing a lot of corpses laying around. including my own. What a great way to start a stream. I'm dead. Alright. But with that, since I wasn't actually planning on being here, at least this just gives you guys something to watch. Lots of special effects. Special effects, numbers, people dying. But yeah, if I really wanted to, I could have easily just jumped into a group, because a lot of people were asking for invites and throwing out invites, because you get there's a lot of ways to get credit for a kill like that. Let's see. I've been rewarded for my death. Got some currency. Yay! Few punches, then I died. But that happens. Alright, so back to the waiting game. At least they've actually added the role waiting list, showing me instead of just giving me the average wait time, it actually gives me a more substantial placing in line, so that way I know how I can figure out how accurate the average wait time is. So, all right. That is correct. Turning off spell effects does make it easier, but also I died when tanks were still establishing where they were going to be facing. Tanks fighting for aggro and all that. So even with the spell effects turned off for that, I would have still died because I have to run up in melee. It was a no-win situation. Another thing they added in 3.2 is a let's see, added the new beast tribe, which I actually thought I was going to hate almost immediately. Well, I'm still doing dailies. The beast tribes always give you dailies. Once you get to a certain rep, you go into the next. You unlock the next tier. And while originally I thought I was going to hate it because of where the story was originally headed, I thought it was essentially going to be this guy's incompetent, help him out type of story. It didn't turn out that way. After the first set of quests, this beast tribe decided to start their own adventurers guild, in which you still do dailies and help them out. And it actually became pretty interesting. These guys are actually, they don't feel like they're incompetent. They actually are, it's like, they want to be adventurers and earn rewards. So I just actually find this story for these guys actually rather interesting. I found the 3.1 story mode, or 3.1 beast tribes to be really annoying because they did have the whole they're incompetent and you win everything through dancing. It was just bizarre. But yeah, I like helping these guys out by showing. Essentially, you're showing these guys the world, and you're, oh, here we go. But you show the Vath the more of the outside worlds while they become adventurers. So I actually find that interesting. Alright, so now I'm waiting on the other DPS to queue up. Waiting. There we go. Alright, now, like I said in the beginning, I did turn the openings, the cinematics and dungeons back on, not to auto-skip. Usually I do auto-skip to make things faster, but I think this makes it a bit more interesting and cinematic. Alright, we in the anti-tower. Alright, immediately somebody needs to go AFK. Figures. Let's see. That's a summoner. Oh, that's an interesting outfit. I haven't seen that full set before. Alright, so eventually, of course, the person who just went AFK was also the one holding us up in queue. Oh, but I have to say I'll hint at something because I found it hilarious, but I can't really say exactly what it was. But the way you unlock the anti-tower, which is through the main story, which is why I can't give details, spoilers, and all that, I found how you unlock this place absolutely hilarious. So if you can level up to 60 and do the story, I recommend paying attention to how you unlock this place. But looks like we've got started. Now, this place, from what I've seen the last time I did this, wasn't really set up for like big pulls. It seems like every pull, once you kill ads, it unlocks the path to the rest of them. So it's not good for, you know, mass pulls, AoE, take out everything before the boss at once. But considering the higher item level needed, and that people really don't have too much more gear than this place, so it would be a bit more difficult, especially if the tanks don't know what they're doing, where they are just used to easy dungeons, like, I can pull everything. Alright, but yeah, these seem to be frogs help summoning other ads. Alright. I've learned recently, especially before this patch, more ways to be better at AoE as a monk, where I have this habit of absolutely loving to use my move Forbidden Chakra, which is why I'm charging up before every fight, because it's just a massive uppercut. But I've been doing enough AoE pulls recently that I've been actually saving it to get more TP so I can do more AoEs. Which in the long run helps shorten these fights. Now, for those of you who really haven't played this game, this is one of the MMOs that actually give you treasure chests in the dungeons. If you can see that over on the right now. One of the nuances, though, especially in Heaven's Ward, is those chests while they will have stuff, they won't have gear until after you beat the first boss. That way, people don't come in, fight trash, get loot, leave, repeat. So there's that. So right now I can guarantee that there's just going to be probably some glamour prisms, maybe a potion or two in there. that'll be about it. As I'm trying to figure out what to say as I'm fighting these trash mindlessly, I was like, I'm not even paying attention, really. There we go. In the chest. A vial of XIV, and that's it. Alright, first boss time. Alright. Now, this boss does a lot of frog songs, confusion, turning people into frogs. Generally everything you would expect from a frog enemy in a Final Fantasy game. I'll zoom out for you guys. Got water bombs, avoid them. Alright. Good. It looks like this tank knows the fight rather well, so avoid AoEs. Yep, general monk train of thought. The best strategy is to just avoid AoEs and punch things. Works every time. So I'm avoiding AoEs and punching frogs. And making sure my stacks don't fall off, which is a part of punch things. Now the frog just used toy hammer on the tank, which, if I'm not mistaken, confuses him. The last time I was in here, the tank just kind of took it and it stunned him, gave him the debuff. It was actually called concussion. So. Again, since I'm not the tank, I'm not exactly sure how that works. But in all the guides that I've seen for this place, don't even mention the toy hammer. So I imagine it's not too much to worry about. I really need to level up my tank to be able to so that way I could do this and find out. Alright, he's using toy hammer again. Alright, tank has a concussion. Oh, I think the healer just clears it from him, so that way he can move. That makes sense. Meaning the last time I was in here, the healer wasn't using that. I just got hit by a water bomb. That's okay. Self-heals make up for my mistakes. And like that. It's not easy being green. Gotta have the frog puns. Alright, now we are in another dimension, it looks like. See, now that treasure chest actually might have some loot in it. Or rather, loot that's worth getting. And sure enough, I need to compare that to what I currently have. Nope. Alright, so he was able to take these two poles together, so should speed things along unless we die, so. again, the AoEs come into play. See, what's nice is we also have a summoner, and they are really good on AoEs as well, so we shouldn't have much trouble with these. But how these ads work is that Spriggan that just died, he opens up these wardrobes that summon these fire sprites. But I think there's the same amount come out every time, no matter how fast you kill him. So I seem to have aggro. Featherfoot, save me. Alright. A nice uppercut to finish it off. Alright. That, I believe I already have. Yes, I do. Pass. Alright, so it does look like in this area you can take two poles, put them together. See, for those of you who again haven't played this before, you'll notice that I'm doing a lot of moving around. Part of the Mug class, I do more damage depending on the side I hit people from, and depending on the move. So like, I have 3 moves that are good from directly behind, and 3 moves good from the side. And then there's my AoE, which is a cone, so I need to angle it just right to hit as many targets as possible. So, Monk is a class where you do not stand still for very long. There we go, use the stacks for more TP instead of the uppercut. Though I just noticed I could have used my other move first. Oh well. I'm not going to be using that Purification, which is my TP move on this boss. And now we face Ziggy. And Ziggy's actually a joke, because what he's riding right now, they refer to as Stardust. So, Ziggy, Stardust. It's a joke, get it? They like their puns. Alright. Now I heard that on day 1 of the patch, people had a lot of trouble with this boss. Because he has a few mechanics which, if you don't know about, can be a bit tricky. That cone attack, not one of them. This part, however, we have to take out these 3 Stardusts as fast as possible, because while they're alive, the circles will grow, and then after a bit, they will explode, depending on... So we want to make sure the circles are as small as possible, so we actually have room to avoid them. Alright, now those go inactive, and he targets a person, and that person then has to use the rocks to intercept those shots. And I just got hit by it because I sometimes have to be behind them. I need to be better at that. Alright. Alright, we have more Stardusts. Get out, get out, get out, get out. Alright. My stacks dropped. Looks like it's on. I didn't realize that the tank could be one of the people targeted. That could be bad though, because that could mean he's going to get 3 or 4 stacks of vulnerability. All right. See, now I'm keeping an eye on that tank's stacks because he's taking a lot more damage now. All right, take care of the ads. Oh, it's my turn. Well, I should have uppercutted him before this. Oh well. He's almost dead. Alright, I think just finishing him off would be a good idea now. Sometimes you just take that gamble. Alright. Dragon gloves. Now we are in the anti-tower proper, where we are upside down. That's right, I'm going to charge up as I'm running. Now these centaurs have a nuance to them that actually makes me happy as a monk, because I do have one ability I hardly ever get to use because it's pointless, but I can get rid of his berserk, his attack up. Which is one of the reasons I'm focusing on the centaurs rather than the others. It helps the tank take less damage. Oh yeah, treasure chest over there. More ads. Now this set of ads is more of a gauntlet style, because the last ones that spawned, once they die will trigger the next, and it's 3 waves. This is going to prevent us from just gathering them all up, killing them, and moving on. And after all of these ads, we get to the boss. but it does look like the this tank is good enough where I won't have the problem of like last time, where the boss kept killing our tank. She kept killing him with a move which the tank is supposed to just like use cooldowns. Take it. Alright. Last set. More centaurs. I was facing the wrong way for that AoE. Or I was in the wrong place, making me face the wrong direction. Get rid of that. Alright, these centaurs don't need more attack power. Get out of here. You don't need to do that either. Stun. Because why avoid an AoE when you can just stop the AoE altogether? Oh wow. Ran out of TP there. Alright. Looks like there was just a glamour prism in that chest. You can't see that. I have my camera right over my chat box. So yeah, this is what we're up against now. At least in this, aggro's not a thing. AoE sure is though. This is the easy part. Alright, the eyeball means look away from that if you're in that cone. The summoner did not. Okay, tank buster. Good. This tank knows how to deal with it. Alright, brace, meaning she's going to reflect attacks from 3 directions. Physical attacks, anyway. Meaning I have to punch her in the face. Alright. Her reflect buff wore off. Alright, dollhouse. She's going to turn 2 of us into dolls. One of them being me. I am now a pretty doll. And by pretty doll I mean stuff of nightmares. They better break us free. Alright. And this sets all the mechanics of the fight, so... I looked away. You guys saw it. I have it on tape. You saw that. Alright, back to this. Luckily, the only one close to me was the tank. I was confused on another boss recently, where I realized if they had kept me confused for 3 attacks, or no, 6. If they kept me confused for 6 attacks, I would have killed a healer. Alright. Get a lumber breakout. There, I looked away. Good dodge. Give her a massive uppercut before she goes into reflect mode. Alright, now can we finish her off before Dollhouse becomes a thing? Yes! We did it! Take that. And I just got the pet. Sweet. I'm going to need that for Glamour, because Glamour is a true endgame. Alright. And that is the anti-tower. You guys don't see it because it's in chat, but I got a commendation for being awesome. Alright, now that this one is the one you can sell, but add it to my collection. Alright, so now that we've done the anti-tower, let us clear the selection, dungeons, and we'll do Lost City of Amdapor hard mode. Now, what they did was in the level 50 dungeons before the expansion, every content patch they had 2 hard mode dungeons and then an original dungeon. What they're doing this time is they're giving us an original dungeon, in this case the anti-tower, and a hard mode version of one of the originals from the 2.0 series, in this case being Lost City. So the last time I was there, I kind of fought Diablos. And so now we're going back because they're having issues with it again. So we're going back. But people really like the music there. So again, you'll notice music being a big theme in this stream. Because the music in the anti-tower, pretty good. Pretty good. Alright, so while we wait, go to minion guide. Look at all my minions. But no, I'm just going to look at one specific minion. That would be the new one. Where is she? There she is. See, upon realizing the anti-tower would require several layers of defense to keep out unwanted visitors, the Twisted Spire's creator breathed life into several otherwise common dolls. Hairless at first, and making its maker eventually adorned it with blonde locks along with a number of other aesthetically pleasing accessories. Still nightmare fuel. Alright. So this time, it seems like the wait is less than 5 minutes to get in. I think I'm actually doing a good job talking quite a bit. I'm being a good streamer. So let's... If music is the theme of the day, go to mount and use this one. Because I love Final Fantasy VI. I really do. I'm in the camp of Final Fantasy VI was the best Final Fantasy. I mean, 7 was good. I'm very eager for the remake. But 6 has a special place in my heart. To the point where I was playing Record Keeper and super psyched that I got Locke, because Locke is my favorite. He is awesome. Alright, so while we're in queue, what do I do next? Let's head back to Idleshire. In fact, instead of teleporting, I'm going to fly back. Because really, I'm just killing time right now while I'm in queue. Queue is that way for you guys. Yeah. It would be so much easier if I mirrored the camera to point out, but I don't really like mirroring cameras because every once in a while it's noticeable. Especially if you have letters somewhere on your webcam. So, let's go flying over. Oh, there we go. Lost City. And there's the exit to the zone while I'm at it. Lost City of Amdapor Hard Mode. Now, more information for those of you who haven't played this game. Unlike other MMOs where hard modes are just the same dungeon, just harder, this game, it takes the theme of a dungeon and makes a harder, a new harder dungeon. So the dungeon is actually completely different. Map, layout, enemies, everything. They just take the theme and the story from the previous dungeon of that name. Alright, so let me say hi to these guys. Alright, we do have a new person here, but we also have a mentor here, hence the person with the crown by his initials. I set these guys to initials, that way I don't broadcast who these people's player names, because that might be an issue for some people. I don't know. Some people are weird like that. Don't want to broadcast everything about themselves on the internet. Alright, so like the last time we were in the Lost City, a lot of the ads to begin with are bugs. As you'll notice all of the various growth around the city. Bug nests, moss, that type of thing. A lot of various plant life. And in this case, bug eggs. I'ma punch them. But yeah, always in the first area, it's all about bugs, and poison, spores, and all that good stuff. Like I said, they kept with the theme of the last time. Yeah, last time you were here, because you do have to do the regular mode before you can unlock this one. To unlock this one, it's like you first have to do the level 51, and then you have to just do a quest that brings you back into it. It's not tied to the main story at all. And like I said before about treasure coffers, we have not beaten the first boss, so there's going to be junk in there. In this case, 2 X potions. Again, that's random every time, so... But I just know there's not going to be actual loot in there. Now, these gremlins are actually funny. They put a debuff on players. Let me see if I can see it pop up. Okay, on the ninja. Misery. They made the ninja sad. I could actually use an emote to comfort them and get rid of the debuff. But you have to be close, and honestly, by the time you get around to doing it, this is only a 15-second debuff. Like, I have it now. I'm a sad monk. Yeah, by the time people get around to actually getting close enough and doing the emote, it's already gone, so... So, I don't find it very important at all for people to know that or anything. I just find it funny that that's actually a thing. Alright. I'm going to slow down my AoEs a bit because I forgot to charge up my mantra. Alright, all charged up. But yeah, the reason I thought about all this is, I noticed that for, like, Alexander, I barely made the item level restriction to be able to go in there at all on normal mode. It's like, I can't even go into the Primal's extreme mode because I don't have the items for it. And the reason for that is because I was slacking off last patch because there wasn't too much for me to do. Because, well, the raid was kind of weird, and they did add a lot of stuff, but none of it interested me. So I didn't put in the time I needed to upgrade my gear. I mean, I'm not slacking in gear, but I wasn't like maxed out as much as I could. I just kind of take it easy because you have to do that every once in a while. So, but again, I also know that there are some people who, like people who just recently hit 60, like they aren't even close to the item level to be able to do these. I was helping out Trip, who you will be seeing tomorrow in Borderlands, plug. He had just turned 60 right before this patch, and I was helping him gear up to see all of this stuff before this patch. And knowing where his item level was, I know that there's a lot of, like, I know he can do these dungeons, but like, I think he needs to build up gear before he can even go into Alexander. I don't know if he can do the new Primal or not. Again, I need to talk to him about it. But it's like, I know there are people who can't do it right now. And I know they were looking forward to, you know, they might be looking forward to it. They might not know they're looking forward to it. So I wanted to show these things off. And I figured I'd start off simple with these 2 dungeons. And once we're done here, we are going to fight the Primal. I refer to him as, I've been just referring to it as the Primal because his name is Sephiroth. Not Sephiroth. Sephiroth. Ends with a T. Take Sephiroth and get rid of the last H. Yes, they have nothing in common except for their names are somewhat close. And, he is a really fun fight, and the music's really good. So he is what we will be taking care of after this. Again, really, I'm just padding and saying stuff ahead of time because while I go through useless trash. Alright, boss fight. He is interesting. This guy has a move that will make a clone of you, and that clone will just stay whichever way you were facing when it was made. and do AoEs. So you have to be careful which way you're facing when it happens. Now, what's going to be interesting is I know one of these people is new, and I don't know how much they know about this place. So, Psycho Squama, just an AoE, but it's Neuroscama, which is right now. Need to look away. Ah! It's a tank that's new. Oh, and the ninja. Am I the only person who knows this fight? Okay, this is going to make this this dungeon a bit more interesting. Okay, the tank did it appropriately, but he moved the boss into the white mage AoE. Alright. Does the ninja know how to deal with that? Yes. Okay, so I just think the ninja wasn't paying attention. I know somebody's new. I'm thinking the ninja is not new, so. Uppercut. Okay, once I see the line, I'll start kiting. Alright. See, you kite those orbs because if they touch anybody, they'll explode into a poison puddle. And those are annoying. Alright, Neuro. Ah, crap. Why'd it have me face the boss? Now I look like the guy who doesn't know what he's doing. Alright. The theme for my play style. I'm awesome until I'm not. This would be a I'm not phase. Alright, so we're almost done with this boss. We might have one more Neuro before, but he's targeting the ninjas first. We might not have another. If I lay on the DPS, we might not get another Neuro before the fight ends. Come on, almost there. Tornado kick. Alright. Tornado kick is my last resort. Use all of my stacks. I don't want to drop move, so. For massive damage. Alright, now we're out of the bug area. Now we're in the evil stuff from the void. Which this place is interesting because all of these enemies get massive debuffs when they're in the light. So he's doing less damage, he's taking more damage, and he's slow. Or he's taking more damage. Doing less, taking more, slowed down. And unfortunately, the path doesn't appear until we take him out, so we can't multi-pull. That and this guy doesn't seem to be much for multi-pulls anyway. Alright, while he does that, I'm gonna need that this time. Just for my retainer. Alright. For some reason I just like taking out this Machi corpse because it's a black mage. Even though there's really not much difference because these Amnipori corpses are white mages. Honestly, they fight the same. Though, it always throws me for a loop. It's like fighting black mage and white mage, and a monk shows up, and it's the monk fish, not monk class. Punching, punching, punching. That's what I do. Alright. And moving on. And I'm guaranteed to get that earring because I'm the only one who can knead on it. Alright. Because out of everybody here, I'm the only one who is a strength-based class, so that makes it so I'm the only one who can knead on strength-based items. Only way I'd have competition on them was if another monk or a dragoon were here. We are the only two classes whose primary stat is strength. Alright, next walkway appears. Alright, should be the last trash before the next boss. Alright. I think somebody else stunned him before I did. Probably the ninja. Well, the ninja or the paladin could have, so. Alright. They just make our lives more interesting. Here's the dragon! Alright, almost done. Alright. Next boss. This guy really just has a kind of a dual element mechanic. He'll do earth or air AoE. Is it like orbs he puts down? You have to trigger them so long as you're not vulnerable to it. He's actually pretty easy once you get used to it. It's really easy to get used to. So he's doing the air now. Meaning somebody has to trigger it. That'll be me. Oh no, I took a little bit of damage. Poor me. Alright, now he's doing Ancient Holy, which should be a thing he's going to drop on the ground we need to destroy before it destroys us. There we go. I didn't even focus target him. Shows you how seriously I'm taking him. Alright. Ancient Stone, so he's doing the earth one. Somebody needs to step into it. Oh, somebody needs to step into this one too. Got it. I think I was the only one who saw that. Alright, Ancient Libra. That makes us weak to certain elements. I am weak to stone. So, like, now if somebody doesn't see that stone one, we're kind of screwed. So he's going to do stone again. I am not going to trigger it because I am weak to it. Tanked in. Alright, Holy is the ad on the ground, but of course he throws out a couple gargoyles at us too. Our focus should be on this though. So we'll give it out a bit more AoE there. Alright, ads are down. I am still weak to stone. Trying to see if there are any more wind spots. Yep. Here, between the healer cure and my self-heal. Back to full. But yeah, if you don't trigger them, they explode and hit everybody. That would be bad, especially since some of us are weak to it. Like, the tank is weak to it, but because he's a tank, he might be able to do it. But hopefully, nope. Oh yeah, I think the tank ate it for us because the ninja and healer didn't realize it. Alright, I'll grab these. And he's going to switch our vulnerability again, but he's probably going to die right now. Alright. I'll grab that. See, I don't need it for myself. My retainer might need it, and if neither of us need it, then it's for glamour. Alright. And off we go. Sprites and golems. That's the name of this area. Well, not really, but you get the point. So, I find, at least in this poll, that the Sprite's the most dangerous because while these guys are heavy hitters, they have cone attacks, the Sprite has hit everybody move for high damage, so I go for him first. The last time I was here, I actually had the tank separate these golems from the sprites. So while it was a bit slower, it was a lot easier on our healer. Alright, let's finish this guy off. Big old uppercut. And tornado kick. Now, what these guys don't realize, I'll catch up to them, but there's a chest down here. With a bracelet for a tank. There we go. See if I'm right, there's 3 poles here, so. Alright, light spray. There he is. I find these ads actually to be rather dull, hence why I'm not talking too much right now. We'll get to the boss. The boss is actually fairly interesting. Because the boss is more akin to a white mage, which is actually rather interesting. Interesting because they're interesting. Imagine that. I talk good. Nope, stunned. I don't want to move. That was actually a pretty good camera angle for that ninja stabbing that golem in the head. It's probably one of my favorite things about the ninja class. Bye, ninja. Alright, this is the last pull, but all of these are annoying. All four of them do pretty bad AoEs. And last time I was here, I tried doing my AoE silence, and it really didn't do anything. Maybe my timing is off, maybe my position was off, I don't know. But too much work for too little game. So I figure I'll stick with the monk thing to do and just punch them a lot. Yeah, as you see, they do this pretty nasty AoE and it blinds. Luckily, it doesn't need to be too much, you don't need too much accuracy for these to begin with, so. Generally, a person's accuracy will make up for the blindness. Alright. The last boss. Alright. Bit different from Diablo's. It is a Texas noob. I could tell because he was the only one besides me who didn't skip. Alright, so this boss has 3 phases, which are actually broken up into lives. There's a Seed of Life buff on it. Every time it dies, it gets rid of a stack. Tank one in the loot. But in all 3 phases, they change. So, let's see. First is a pure white mage phase. Where all of their abilities are healing spells, except for Glory, which is an attack. Regen is puts a regen down on the ground. Alright. Tank realizes to pull it out of the regen circle. Good. Now, if we're smart, we'll get people in here to reduce the healing. Guess the healer didn't know. Cure 3. It just keeps healing itself. See, luckily it's not too hard, we can just power through it. But it would be easier if people understood the mechanics. And yes, I realize I could type it out and tell them, but that takes time, and I'm educating you guys instead of them. So I'll use their mistakes as education for you guys. Alright, phase 2. She casts Reverse, making all of her cure stuff damaging spells. So that regen circle now is a bleed on us. See, cure 4 now becomes get away. That's what that pulsing was. They use that for the farther you are away, the less damage you take. Alright. Alright, now it's those two were going to take damage and anybody around them, so I did not want to be in those circles. Alright. Uppercut on the way through. Get away. Go back. And I lost all my stacks. Oh well. It's really hard to keep my stacks as a monk on this fight. Alright. Final phase. She's going to switch back and forth between the two phases. So right now she's on normal, but she'll summon ads as decoys. So this ad will heal her, I believe. So this will reduce a little bit. I'm going to limit break. Get her to switch. There she goes. Now it's doing a damage over time of the healer. Now on Ninja. Gotta keep the stacks. Alright. That should be the last ad. The rest of it should be like the second phase. Oh, I just used all of my buffs. Ah, damn it. At least I got off a massive uppercut before I lost all my stacks. Almost. She's still in reverse, so she's not going to heal herself. Yay! And that is Lost City Hard Mode. See, yep, the healer took it. And I got 2 commendations for being awesome. Yeah! Alright. So we're done with the dungeons. Clear selection. Go to trials. And let us queue up to fight Sephiroth. And while I'm at it, organize my loot. Check. Yep, check all of my currencies and items. I'm a stickler for organizing my stuff. Alexander again. Here we go. Alright, 8-man fight. Now, I remember how to do this, so I'll try to explain what I'm doing as I'm doing. There he is, Sephiroth.
Disabling Sephiroth's restraints now. Good luck.
What's funny is I actually remember the final phase more than I remember the first phase. Alright. That beep was somebody making a sound effect in party chat. Now why somebody else is still in a cutscene, I have no idea, because we just watched that cutscene. We did! You and me! Maybe they were stuck in loading screen. I don't know. Alright. Esoteric's bonus. Charge up. Alright, Machina's got their turret out. Alright. Gonna have to take the AoEs. Okay, everyone should gather up on me if they're smart. Because that was the gather up symbol. Give him this uppercut, because that way I have something to do when I can't punch him. Alright, spread out. Alright. Again, I should have charged up my, That's right. When he stays facing a direction like that, you just kind of want to be behind him because, he does a 180-degree, attack. Alright. Gather up on this person. Spread back out. Now, it's a little trick for monks. See how there's the targeting circle around him has the gap? The gap signifies what is rear. So, in that gap, all my rear attacks work. If I'm just next to that gap, it's flank, so it counts as side. Okay, get behind him. Alright, so this all this part of this fight is. So we're about to transition. Alright, gather up. He's going to go into add phase here pretty soon. Alright, add phase. Now in extreme mode, this would be dumb because the two different types of adds have two different types of debuffs, and they all do different types of attacks. There's a strategy in that. Now I haven't done it myself, but you know, I have seen video guides, so I know that this strategy would be dumb. But for normal, it is perfectly fine. I'm going to focus on the big guy. Alright. If you look on the right side, Sephiroth there's a limit break gauge. Alright. He's at 34, so the trick is not to be knocked off. So those blue circles were where he's going to punch and do knockback, so you just don't want to be close to an edge when he's doing that. Let's see. Storm of Words needs to die, like fast. Because we're about to jump rope. Shit. I did not know it blasted like that. That's okay, it's a wipe. That is the first time I got knocked off. We'll enjoy the music until these four die. Like that. That's the jump rope. Since I'm running with this Pugs, and I'm awesome until I'm not, yeah. There's going to be a lot of mistakes. That's why I also didn't give a time frame for this stream. Alright. Alright, so see the bad part about wiping now is like I can't use mechanics to explain what's going to happen. Or I know what's going to happen, I can't use it to fill up time. I know I wasn't hitting him from the optimal side, but better that than, you know, taking a lot of damage. See, now I almost feel bad for not having much to say. I will say that my death was my fault, but it turns out that it exploding into that knockback like that was saying that we were all going to die anyway. So that's why those last 4 people died the way they did. So, not my fault. Leave that up to you guys. That bar did not help us out. Ads. Just gotta kill him as fast as possible, because I believe it's the higher the limit break is, the more damage he'll do. And of course, if it's 100, he'll do it even if we haven't killed all the ads. It'll be an automatic wipe because he will do so much damage. All right, just the one ad left. I know I'm coming up to the transition, but I'd rather make sure I have full TP and my cooldowns are close to coming back. Alright. Music. Alright, so we want to make sure there's enough room to be knocked back. Those are light AoEs that you need to, you know, try not to get in people's way, so, or not to hit people with it, so. Alright, ad needs to die. Alright, now we kill these ads. We need to get into that vortex when, the gather sign is there. Now, and that healer just died. Say my name. Sephiroth. Now we pick a side. Each side does certain damage. We need one person to stand in each. Go. Got move those earth shakers. And we all died. I'm not even sure how. Probably because we had vulnerability, because people that weren't all standing in this circle. Check. Yeah, it looked like the bard had to go way up K in the middle of the fight to get the door. Alright. Take 3. Again, not my fault. You saw it. Alright. Now, if people would make sure we get all the mechanics ready, or done properly, we can win. Like that person, not stacking up. We're not doing it right. And this is only normal mode. Get behind him. It'd be much easier if I had more people on to do this with me, but that person just died as they ran away from us. Well, hopefully that person learned their lesson. We're there. Alright, so now he should do that whole in front of him thing again. Machinist died, Dragoon has vulnerability, Bard has vulnerability. Alright. See, you didn't die that time as we were around you. Alright. Add phase. Bright side is we're all alive currently, meaning nobody fell off. If somebody can fall off before now, that would be amazing. I don't know if that's possible or not. But at least we know nobody has figured out that yet. I'm getting low on TP, so I'm going to build up as I go. There we go. Almost. There we go. I'm going to switch to Fist of Earth, take less damage when he does this. Back to Fist of Fire. Earthshaker. See, now my I don't have to worry about positions because they made it so like fights like this, since I really can't get behind him, I don't have to worry about getting behind him. I see some Earthshakers. Going up. Oh yeah, that's why. We were all stacked ready for something else. I think after considering when to use the limit break. To be fair, the Dragon can use it too. You know, in extreme mode, they don't give us little circles for that, for those things that jet up. Huh, I avoided Earthshaker. There we go. I was waiting for that. Alright. Coming up. thinking of it too. Alright. It seems like everyone's getting their, getting it down. I used the punch to help knock me out of the AoEs. There we go. We almost got it, folks. Tornado kick. Got it. And that is another, like, civilization's gone dead. I do that a lot. I'm a mug. I punch gods in the face. That's what I do. Alright, so now that that is taken care of, next thing we will do, Alexander. Where first, we will start in, where did I say that was? The fist. I looked at what you guys were seeing since there's a delay. Shh. But yeah, we'll be going into the fist of the sun. Why it's the right arm is the if I point on here, the right arm is the father, the left arm is the son. Why that's a thing, I don't know. And then the father is Gordius, the son is Midas. Whether those are actually connected or not, again, no idea. There's a lot of, like, maybe I don't know the, because I don't know the myth of Gordius very well, or at all. Like most people know Midas, but is there a relation there? I don't know. If there's a relation, say something in the chat between Gordius and Midas. But oh, let's see. I need to turn. I have a flag set from that hunt that I died to. All right, so and back over to Idleshire. Visit Duty Finder will put me in Alexander automatically, so. But yeah, I really like the song for Sephiroth back there for phase 2. There is a way to get that song on your house's jukebox in the game, and I believe he has a mount if you fight in extreme mode. In fact, I think extreme mode might need for both of those, and that's going to be one of my major goals. But right now I can't do that because my my gear's not quite good enough to go in. So, this isn't really the first time I've listened to the rain in this game on my headphones. It's like I actually hear the rain here. If I go in here, I don't. Or I hear it really muffled, like one would indoors. Neat. I did not know that. See, I'm learning stuff today too. Idleshire, where frame rates go to die. But yeah, every so often, these NPCs make more progress. It's like between 3.1... Okay. That guy was hanging from something else last patch. He's hanging from something else now. I imagine that guy has amazing upper body strength. Alright. See, now, if you're watching this on Sephiroth's channel, I know he's hosting this as well. I can't read that chat from here, so maybe he'll let me know. I don't know. I just realized I asked you guys about the combination between, or the correlation between the two myths, and I'm like, wait, they could have. You guys could be writing in his channel. I don't know. Because again, I'm not looking at his channel. I'm looking at my channel over there. That's why I keep looking over there. Is the chat's over there on my screens, but you guys are on my screen, so I'm watching what you guys are saying directly. Yeah, words. Alright, I should be getting into it any time now. Because, how these raids work, it's not like other MMOs where a raid is just one massive dungeon. They actually divide it up into mini dungeons, where the hardest difficulties kind of flow more like a regular raid in other games, where you have to defeat the first to get to the second, and you can't go back and defeat bosses you've already killed, and it resets weekly. But on the normal mode, I can just jump into any of the 4 spots as I go. I'm sure I don't get as good a loot, and it's much easier, but that's kind of the reason, is because I can do that, I'm not getting as good of loot. Just easier versions of the fight. Alright, I've wandered around this place enough. Ravana barding for that chocobo. I just realized I flashed his name on my screen. Shouldn't do that. Whoops. It's not I shouldn't do that. I don't like to do that. Alright, so let us go exploring. Let's go see a clouds. Oh, we talked to him for the Stone Sky Sea training dummies. Training dummies that give you a time limit and amount of hit points, which are supposed to tell you if you have enough DPS to do a certain fight. You to say, I want to do this fight, and it will give you a training dummy that corresponds to it. So, if you can do it, you might be able to do it. If you can't, then you have no shot in hell. Because, yeah, if you could beat that training dummy, theoretically, you could beat that fight. On, at least for what you're doing in that fight. It's like you do enough damage. Doesn't mean you know how to avoid or deal with all of the mechanics. But you can at least do the damage you need to do. If you fail to do that, then even if you do know all the mechanics, you don't have the damage you can do to defeat that boss, so it kind of gives you, like, okay, now that I can do the DPS, and I also need to actually go in there and then actually practice the fight and do the mechanics, so that's what that whole deal is. Really, I've only done one of them myself. I'll probably do some later tonight, but that's not really worth watching. Hey, look at me punch a training dummy. Flying through snowy areas. Because they let us fly in these areas, that's why these areas are much larger than before the expansion. So. It's all snowy. Dragon corpses and ice. Say they increased my average wait time from 5 minutes to 6 minutes. I'm already at 8. They're not giving me where I am in queue. I don't know why they do that for some and not others. Weird. Yep. Auto run, point myself in a direction, and then I can look around as I fly. Anything good? Nope. Okay. Into the next zone. Ah! See, ever since the expansion, there's always been a random chance of seeing that purple thing out in the distance. Back in 3.0, we always called it the UFO because it's an unidentified flying object, literally. And in 3.1, we found out that that was the Void Ark, the 24-man raid. Which in this game, 24-man raids are super easy and weekly fireable. Like, from day one. So if you have the item level to get in there, unless you're with very terrible people, or rather enough terrible people, where was I saying? Okay. If you have too many terrible people, you can't clear it, but most likely you are going to clear it. It's easy. I mean, there are a couple threatening fights, but other than that, a lot of it's very recoverable for people doing stupid things. But it's actually, that's why I flew out here, is because I was hoping that it would be up. That would be up. And it is so far away, it's off my map, so this is about as close as we're going to get to it, besides actually queuing up for it. But that's not the point of this stream. This stream is for 3.2. That's 3.1. But still, neat to see that flying around. It was really neat the fact that we could see it over there before that was actually in the game as a playable thing. So they like to throw little hints at us like that. Alright, still same. The queue is the same as ever, except for more average wait time increased. Where am I going? Where I am going is a good question. Alright, so over here. Where is the island I'm looking for? Oh, down there. I'm all turned around. Okay, if I go... Oh, so it should be over here. There it is. Just headed over to the Beastman tribe in this area, which is this flying island over here. Which is interesting because you can actually do... They started doing daily quests for them for the Beastman tribe so that they scale with your character level. So you can do like level 50 daily quests here. But of course you need to be able to be like level 57-ish to be able to get to this area to unlock them. So it's good for alternate classes. Like your main way through, you're going to be around level 57 before you get here. Even then, I forget if you have to beat the main story first. In which case, then you have to be 60 to unlock it. And yes, I do realize that I'm kind of rambling just to say things, because I need to say things. Another thing I need to do after the stream, because again, it's not 3.2 stuff, is I have some 2.1 fights to do for a quest that they introduced in 3.2 for the ultimate kettle. That's a long story. Because it actually involves the relic weapon of the 2.0 series, finishing that, and then you go through a joke process of making a kettle in the same fashion. Because reasons. But it could give me something for the house. And maybe a fist weapon where I'm punching people with kettles. That's what I hear. I'm almost done. I have like 3 fights to do, and then I get them, and then I will find out. But right now we are in Ishgard. This is the major city they introduced with Heaven's Ward, so... Yes, I'm wandering around 3.0 areas, but hey, Isleshire was that way too, but Isleshire at least changes. I have a lot of locked quests here because they're for different classes. Like, I can go over here, and he is my guy for my Bard class. I need to be level 52 Bard. Which I am not. In fact, I think my Bard is level 51. Check. Archer. Archer becomes Bard. 51. Oh, I need to repair my gear. Because all of my crafting classes are at least level 50, I can repair my own gear. There we go. Done. And I can do that in the middle of dungeons. For those of you who don't know. Leveling crafting classes is actually really important. Or not important, helpful, handy. I've heard so many times people freaking out because their gear's broken in the middle of a dungeon and they can't fix it themselves. Instead, they're like, hey, why can't other crafters repair my stuff for me? It's like, why don't you level crafting class? I don't know, maybe that's selfish of me. I mean, I would repair other people's stuff if they gave me a chance, because that would make things easier for me. And because that would help me clear dungeons. But on the other hand, it would be people would expect other people to be crafters, and it's the whole mental words. It's how the audience in this game thinks. Oftentimes, like, I don't want to do this, I want somebody else to do it for me. And that's another thing I need to do, because this person has stuff I want. Specifically those. Music. You know, I bet... No, I better not bet, because I think I already have one of the city songs. And which would mean, I don't know what those two are for. Maybe Vault? I don't know. I have no idea what those songs are. I've not heard them before. And I can't preview them until I have them. This city is huge. There we go. Yay, Q pop, so we can actually do what we're here to do. I'm just sitting here thinking like, oh god, what else am I gonna say? Whew. Now, inside Alexander. Well, somebody's new. Yeah, a lot of this is at weird angles because we are inside an arm. Alright, now we fight ads. I think this, when the preview showed that this trash here was going to be a thing, people freaked out because in the Savage mode of the first set of Alexander, like the very first Alexander Savage, there was one of this, and this guy straight up would kill off raid groups to the point where those static raid groups disbanded. So they kind of freaked out seeing that these guys, that there was some of these that were back. But I think they kind of made it a joke because then they throw in this guy, another version of him, and the ninja died. And a healer died. And a tank died. Uh-oh. This isn't good. Alright, well hopefully this tank will live. That'd be nice. Oh, this guy's on 13 stacks. Yeah, we're gonna wipe now. And this is normal mode. It's also late in the week. Yeah. Welcome to Alexander. Like I said, I'm doing this in pickup groups, so this is likely a thing that's going to happen. Plus, this gives you a taste of that you can do these things without a dedicated group. At least that's what I'm doing in normal modes. Showing you cool stuff while showing you the realism of the situation. Yeah. Alright, so he's giving us a countdown. Alright, try it again. Have my dash. Dragoon died, he's at 16 stacks. I have to tell these guys. This is something I have never seen. Yeah, now he's just straight up killing everybody. It's like, I'm done with this. And the healer just bailed. So sorry I'm being quiet. I'm trying to figure out what's going to go on here because I'm not sure this group's going to stay together. See, if I had more people watching live, and I knew how, I'd actually try and take a vote with you guys to whether or not I should bail on this group. Well, that right there explains it. Now people are already bailing, so never mind. Guess that answered my question. Alright guys, let's try that again. Now I could go and queue for any of them, but I want to do these in order for you guys. Thinking about it. Maybe not. Because really, thinking about it, the other ones are actually kind of dull, so I'm going to just go right to the last one because that's the interesting one. Because, like I said, music's going to be the theme of this, and all the music in the first 3 of that set are all the same, and they're all the same as the 3.0 Alexander stuff. So, while the fights are going to be different, and vary between interesting enough, like, thinking about it, Alexander 6... all of the stuff in there we see in 8. Just in a different way. Easier way, I guess you could say. So, let's see, and the boss of 7 is a bit more spoilery and just straight at that point it's just straight up annoying. Especially with people who don't know what they're doing. In fact, when I first completed it, I did that. And the one I was just doing had an interesting mechanic, but really it's a combination of that one too. So 5 through 7, which is the fist, the cuff, and the arm, while they are good fights, I'll give them that much. They are good fights, but I don't think they're quite interesting enough to have you guys sit through. Especially if I was going to have you sit through those, I might as well have you see through like 1 through 4 as well, to give you more of the real experience. But like again, that's not what I'm doing. I want to show you the better fights. Like for the dungeons, I wanted to show you the environments and the music for those because it was really good. And Sephiroth was good music and show you what an intense fight could be like, even though that was the normal mode, not even the extreme mode. And so Alright, let's do the one more for this stream, and we're going to do The Burden of the Sun, which is the final part of Alexander, and the reason I'm doing the stream today. Now we just have to wait for the queue to pop. So, let's head back to the Gold Saucer. Show you guys the casino while I'm at it. Because I really have nothing else I can do right now while I'm waiting for you guys to watch that would be interesting. So I'm going to play Tour Guide for a while. And we have the Manderville Gold Saucer, where all throughout the area you have different events, attractions, little mini games. I'll do Monster Toss, why not? Nope. Maybe? Yeah. Nope. Nope. Ah. Oh. Not quite. Well, I spent 1, got 8. Alright, there's an event going on. Let's see if I have time to do it. I may have to drop out of this event if the queue pops, because again, that's why we're here. So, let's do this. Why not? Alright. The object of this is for me to get from point A to point B, or to make deliveries without some ruffians messing up my, or breaking my, what I'm carrying. So, I need to be really, really careful. There's one of them right over there. See if I can sneak by. Make a delivery. Alright. I need to make one more. He's there. Can I go? And I failed. Oh, I didn't see the guy coming down the stairs. Alright. I have time to try it again. Yeah, why not? Oh, and if my character's outfit looks familiar to any of you, I have put this, I have changed my gear to look like this set, which is a veteran reward for subscribing long enough. It's the set Therion from Final Fantasy II War. I decided to change my outfit because I did not like the looks of the gear I was wearing. So I decided to change it. Now, the next sets of gear that I'm going to come across, I actually do like the looks of, so I'll be keeping those. Alright. Back is turned. Alright. Oh. Sneak past. Alright, there's 2 spots I could go to in here. One of the tricks I learned is I can try to jump up here for a shortcut. If I jump on that, my thing will break. I learned that the hard way. Whoa! Let's go this way now. Whoa, I see 2 more. Or no, that's one more. Don't see me, don't see me, don't see me. Okay. Upstairs. Whoa. All right. I need to get upstairs. Whoa. Don't come down here, don't come down here. Don't come down here. I see you up there. No. Move along. Move along. See you up there. No, no, no. Come on. No. Damn it! Well, that's that. That's how to fail at that. But yeah, every half hour there's a new event. And we got casinos and scratchers, but they all set it up so there's no actual gambling, so to speak. I don't know. There's scratchers for this currency only used in here. Drawing for just in here. We have everything you earn stays in here, really. We have triple triad. Let's go upstairs. Alright. And of course we have the name of the square here. Yeah, Chocobo Racing. Which they've added, which, you know, includes breeding and raising and all that good stuff. Minigame. Yeah. I wonder if I'm better at that because it involves punching. Give it another go because I might get a bonus for doing it. Yeah, challenge complete. Got 500. And we have Lord of Verminion, which is an RTS using minions. Oh, I forgot there's a tournament for it too. Not many people play it though, from what I gather. And I'm bad at RTSs, so... So that's why I don't play it too much. And by too much, I mean at all. Moogapaw, also a crane game. Nope. Yes, yes, yes. No. See, the trick is I have no idea what part I'm supposed to line up with what. So, I mean, the horizontal, fairly easy. Miss. I figured it out. Seized. I spent 3, got 10. Neat. How's the duty finder? Alright. Now this was like, this one apparently was the mini game where you used to have to do this to actually mine and gather wood in 1.0. They made it in a mini game in the casino. But luckily my cube popped, so hopefully this group can do it. And we can wait. Now this was the music for the last boss of Alexander before this patch, so A4. This is A8. I'll try to explain mechanics to you guys as they go, but this place is kind of crazy. Mega Beam, don't stand in front of him. See, Perpetual Ray, I believe, is just attack on the tank. Alright, now we kill ads. Because if we don't, I'll be bad. Why it'll be bad, I don't remember. And oh yeah, that's why. But I did just happen to avoid a Mega Beam by pure chance, so. Alright, but since we didn't kill the ads, we now take more damage, and do less damage. For Discord there, just don't touch your own ball. Take that as you will. Mega Beam. And the tank died. I would say that's because of the debuffs. Alright, ads should be coming up. Alright, need to go for that. Oh shit. So it's hard to avoid that when you're dealing with ads, especially when people are being slow on them. Alright, but... Oh, that one healer has 3 stacks of vulnerability. Tank died. Balls. There we go. I'm a nice guy to help somebody out. Mega beam. Alright, base change. Now we're going to fight the bosses from, how I said, these guys are from the second area. Alright. In fact, all of their moves are the same as well, so... Like, I know that since that's one cannon, only the tank should take that. As I'm trying to squeeze in between 2 puddles of bad. Oh, that's split damage, I think. Oh, we got him in time. That was about to be bad. Because I don't know if anybody's going to help take that. Alright, Vortexer. A lot less dangerous than he was in the other fight, because he doesn't have his instant kill move. So really all he does in this version is puts down the fire and ice puddles and knocks us back. So... There's the knockback. Put myself in a good spot. I always feel clever in the other fight with this guy, because I always put myself in a position where I hardly ever get knocked back. Alright. Alright. Do in a high area. Alright, we are fighting Swindler first. Right. So Swindler will put a debuff on you, which will do damage based on if you're on a higher or a lower platform. You have to like look at the debuff and figure out which one will do damage to you. That's why the platform is the way it is. But once we kill him, we don't have to worry about that. Alright. Blaster. He will make clones out of himself, target on us, and they'll just like make a dash in a straight line. Like he's gonna make one on me. And once we kill him, we get to the reason I wanted to show you guys this. Ears open, people. facing brute justice. Double rocket punch. Just kill the healer. Stack up. Get behind it. Christopher. Christopher. I don't know if I'm going to survive this. Nope. I absolutely love the remix of that song, which we have to fight this part to get it past again. But I'm gonna finish this fight for you guys. Now, what you guys didn't see was in chat, they're telling the people who don't know better how to fight. I worded that pretty rudely, but they're getting the details down for the people who are new to this fight. There you go. Alright, execution, meaning add time. Good. I killed all the ads. One person got hit on the Mega Beam. Chris, I think that's the second time he got hit by it because 2 vulnerability on him. Discord means orbs. Turn my debuff off where I take more damage, so that way I don't die. Mega Beam. Alright, good. Nobody died. Nobody messed up on ads. Only a few people got hit by laser. Alright, I was having a laugh. Somebody in chat said that standing in every laser is not an achievement. Single cannon means tank buster. That means split damage. Ooh, he just kind of took it. And he liked it. Oh, there go my stacks. Oh well. I was already on my final stance. There was no way I could do it. Maybe if I dash. I know, even if I dash, couldn't be close enough. But yeah, the second fight I was thinking about showing you in this area was just these 4 robots individually. So that's what made me think, like, there's no real point to showing you guys that if they're just right here. Alright, where's high ground? Where's low ground? Alright. Alright. So I just need to be on high ground, on the proper ground when he casts height. Because I guess it judges my height. This is where there's a debate in this fight whether to take out the guy I'm punching now first and get rid of the height mechanic, or get rid of the other guy first and get rid of the mirage mechanic. At least I've heard doing it the other way, but all the groups I've been in always do it this way. So, I don't know. Imagine there will be one more set of Mirage before we move on. Yep, there we go. Yeah, I'm good at avoiding. Up. Yeah. Move from the right. jump. He jumps at a person randomly, and the point is to get away. Or rather, get away from the person they're going to jump on. Because they're going to get hit, they're going to get stunned. And anybody around them. Mega Beam! That healer is at 6 stacks. Alright. I died because I tried helping it like I'm supposed to. Mega Beam, hello. I be quiet because I like the music. Doing it now. Limit Break. Final Heaven. I already have my loot for the week, so I increase the odds of everybody here. Let's see. I give the Skull the commendation because they were the ones who made the joke about eating every laser and not being an achievement. Now, to be fair, the majority of my deaths in that last fight was because I was doing the right thing, but not enough other people were doing it, so I took too much damage. Just saying. And that, everyone, is the majority of... that's the normal stuff in 3.2. Now, there were the 3 other fights before that last one, but they all lead up to that, so that is what I wanted to show you guys. So, everyone, I want you to take care, and I will see you next time. Later!